as below as above, as within as without, as the universe as the soul. Hello beautiful beings, how is your day going? Welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Makaira. Please check out my last video and the videos before that. I'm pretty sure you would love me. Who wouldn't want to love me? Look at me, adorable, okay? Today I'm going to be talking about my conspiracy theories, my unpopular opinions, basically my perception of life. And PSA, do not get in these comments and knock me for my opinion because I view life differently. Every perception is valid, so is mine, so is yours. The way I view life is very much different from the way you view life. So just enjoy the video, and if you got something negative to say, just don't say it at all, okay? Let's go from where it all started. We, beings, the universe, all matter was all created from nothingness. Have y'all ever heard of the Big Bang Theory? It was literally a small ball of heat that was very compacted, and it got too intense that it blew up and made the whole universe, the whole solar system, the whole Milky Way, more galaxies. Don't you think that's so cool and interesting how we literally came from nothingness? Humans are definitely not the only beings. There's also animals, and I also think there's things in the ocean that's not animals. For example, mermaids, they definitely are real. And there's aliens. Aliens are real. I don't know what y'all think, but my perception on aliens is that they are in the higher dimensions. What I mean by that is that there's dimensions, 3D, 4D, 5D, and etc. I believe aliens are somewhere in the higher dimensions. I'm in the 5th dimension. I'm becoming an alien. It's like I ain't becoming an alien. Wait, I just opened my mind to something. What if people are so conscious, the more conscious they become an alien? And aliens aren't what the TV makes them seem like. They're really just human beings that know more information than any other human beings on this planet. Like I was saying, I'm in the 5th dimension. It starts with the 3rd dimension. I don't know about like no 1D or 2D, but the 3rd dimension is basically all physical beings. All physical beings, they're just on this earth being physical beings. The 4th dimension is where it's getting interesting because physical beings are now realizing that they're not human beings, they're spiritual beings having a human experience. That's when people are realizing that there's more to life, and they're basically waking up. And in the 5th dimension, they're fully woke. They know what the world is, basically, and what the meaning of life is. The 5th dimension people know that there's no fear, and there's all trust. We are unity, we are oneness, and that there's beauty in everything. It is beauty in everything. Like, I'm sorry, I'm blushing because it's really beautiful to be in the 5th dimension because you realize a lot more things. You feel people's emotions, you feel how they feel, you think what they think, you know, your third eye's open. All of this stuff is just an amazing experience. Go back to what I was saying about how people can learn more and more and more and become aliens. That's really crazy to me because I never thought of it like that, because really we're just taking more information and going to a deeper dimension and a deeper dimension. My mind is absolutely blown. I don't know what science is doing, but they need to prove if aliens are real or not. I mean, they need to bring me an alien so I could touch it and look at it and examine it, I guess, so I can prove that it's real. Science does not create. Science is the act of studying. Science does create how the coronavirus was created by a man. Well, not by a man, but man-made. I don't know why they call man-made man-made. Why can't it be woman-made? You know, women have man in it. Humans. Ugh. I think I am becoming an alien because no, there's a whole bunch of people that's not human. There be some alienated people. People be so evil in this world, and it's so crazy to me because, like, why are you so negative? Like, there's no reason to be negative. Anyways, what I was saying was that science does not create, it studies. So science need to study their science. Another conspiracy theory that I have, and this is my conspiracy theory, okay, that the earth is flat. I also believe that the earth is round, but I also believe that the earth is flat. I have two different perspectives on those topics because I know things about one perspective and I know things about the other. The first one that I do want to discuss, that the earth is flat, because first of all, earth is 24,900 miles wide. Whenever you go on a plane, you go about 5 to 8 miles high, and the distance that you have to be to see the Earth curve is 35,000 feet. Do y'all see the Earth's curve whenever you go on a plane? Please answer that question. No. I have not seen not one person say, oh, look at the Earth's curve. I have not seen one Instagram story where they post the clouds and I don't see the Earth curving. So open your eyes, guys. I just found out that NASA was supposed to explore the ocean at first, but they stopped and started exploring space. So what if NASA found out that at the bottom of the ocean, there's no bottom of the ocean, it just goes into space? So basically, here's the Earth, it's flat. Astronauts going into the ocean, boop, they come out, space. That would make so much sense to me. What if astronauts found things deep inside the ocean that's too scary to even imagine, that they're now exploring space to help us find a way to get out? That's why they found out there's water on the moon. What if they're trying to help us get out? What if astronauts are already woke people and they're trying to get us out this simulation? The other perspective is that the Earth is a sphere, the ocean is on top. So as below, as above, as within, as without, as the universe, as the soul. Oh my God, it is beautiful. Basically, we live underwater. That's another thing about the ocean, on how the Earth is round, but I still think the Earth is flat. I also think the Earth is round. It's just something that don't make sense. But whenever you look at pictures of the Earth, they're only showing water and grass. So what if we're just living underwater and water is see-through so you can see the land? But then we only see pictures of the Earth. What if astronauts don't even go that far into space? I saw this picture on the internet where the cloud patterns was repeated. Basically, they just pieced together pieces to make up the Earth picture on the internet. So that's another perception. Another thing I do want to talk about is how there is parallel universes. And if you don't think there are parallel universes, please explain deja vu. Please explain that feeling that you get whenever you felt like you did the thing before and you haven't done it. But you did do it, it just wasn't in this universe, it was in your parallel universe. It's so weird because I have deja vu dreams sometimes, and it's so cool and crazy. I remember one dream vividly, and I will give y'all a story time on that if y'all want it. It was a dream that was deja vu. I was like, bro, I had this dream before, and I was living the dream also. I had this dream before. It was like a deja vu, but it was a dream. I don't know if that made sense. I try to make it make sense as much as I can. What if we're capable enough to explore these parallel universes? We are in a simulation. We are blocked from exploring all these things because we are on Earth. Let me tell y'all, there's a higher power than the government. I don't know if it's much more evil or if it's good in trying to protect humans, but there's a higher power controlling us in this simulation. Yes, I believe that we are in a simulation because, let me give y'all some examples. I think people who stutter are glitches in the matrix. We just normalized it and put it past us because that's what the person who's controlling the simulation is. What if the simulation is a hologram and we could touch things? Obviously, we can touch things because if you're in the hologram, you could touch things. But if you're just looking over it, obviously your hands are going to go through. But the higher power in the government don't want us to know these things about space and don't want us to know these things about the ocean. That's why they only equipped our bodies to breathe oxygen. That's why there's astronauts, and that's why I think they're woke enough to actually go and try to explore the space, but they can't. I think there's a barrier, what we can see at night, like all the stars, the moon. That's the barrier of the simulation. Because we can't see no Saturn, Mars, Mercury. We can't see the other planet. We can only see the moon and the stars. So there's a barrier. It's basically like a box.
Hey guys, it's Future Makira just editing this video. Basically what I meant that we're in a dome. If you watch the show The Simpsons, it shows a dome, and there was a speech that Hillary Clinton was explaining that there was 18 million cracks in the dome. And I'll insert the clip.
Although we weren't able to shatter that highest, hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you, it's got about 18 million cracks in it. And the light is shining through like never before, filling us all with the hope and the sure knowledge that the path will be a little easier next time.
Imagine you're a kid and you have a dream house and you put Barbies in the dream house and you play with the Barbies and act like they're really living. That's how the simulation is. We're basically the Barbies of somebody's dream house. I don't think the person who came up with the simulation is doing a very good job of hiding that it's a simulation, because I noticed another thing is whenever I'm around a lot of cars, there's normal colored cars like white, gray, black, blue, red, etc. But if I see a hot pink car, best believe I'm gonna see another hot pink car in a good couple of minutes. Just like the game Crossy Roads. How you see something and then something comes. It's just to make it normal, I guess. Normal. What is normal? The person who's controlling the simulation is very smart, because they're making us lose our memory when we sleep. We lost our memory of our past life somehow, and that's really crazy, because what if in our past lives we discovered all the secrets of the earth? That's why we forget all the things that we know now in this life, because the person who's controlling the simulation don't want us to know. But there's beings that's becoming woke enough to understand that we are in a simulation. Earth is the simulation. The space and the universe is not the simulation, because wherever we go, we are free. The person who is controlling the simulation is listening to us everywhere. I'm not talking about on our devices. Yes, there's people listening to us on our devices. No need to be scared. I mean, this is normal. And how I know this is because whenever I'm thinking thoughts that I don't need to be, I do need to be thinking them, that I don't need to be thinking, things happen. They would make noises amplified. Like my ears would become so good. Crickets are too loud nowadays. Birds are singing the perfect melodies, and that's so weird to me, because why are these noises so amplified? Or is my hearing becoming good? Whenever I was thinking the thoughts that I didn't need to be thinking, well, the crickets was getting so loud to the point where they was trying to scare me out of thinking those thoughts. But guess who didn't? Guess who stayed up all night? Fearful, okay? Don't play with me. Guess who stayed up all night thinking them thoughts and writing them down in my notes? Me. I don't know what the motive of this person that's controlling the simulation is, but honestly, it's getting tired. They need to let us off Earth now. I'm gonna go see my person in the parallel universe. Okay? Another conspiracy theory, actually it's not a conspiracy theory, it's proven facts, that Mother Nature is medicine. Things from the earth can heal you. I don't know why they prescribe you with medicines that's only gonna wash away the pain or make you think the pain is gone. They are giving you these medicines and prescribing you all these things to help you lose your memory more, help you damage your being, and help you think that everything is normal. Something is drawing us to social media, because why do I have to pick up my phone every 3 seconds? That just doesn't make sense to me. Don't get me wrong, I could put my phone down, and I do. I don't like being on my phone as much as I did. But there's always this urge that I have to be on my phone, and it's not me causing this. There's something making social media the top priority of life. As much as the earth can heal you, self-love can heal you even more. Self-love is the medicine for the world, and peace. Happiness, peace, and self-love. As long as you're happy and you love yourself, you are healed. Keep your faith strong. As long as you just believe that your being is healthy, that's the reason why we have positive affirmations to repeat these things, because whatever we can speak, it can manifest and it become true. Manifestation is real. You want to know something that's not real? Mental illness. I don't know who came up with the idea of depression, anxiety, etc. It's literally just the mind labeling an event of emotions. You could be sad for a little minute, for some months. You could be sad, but that's nothing too deep. It feels so real to the mind, because your mind can be your poison. It can also be your antidote. If you haven't watched my Let's Vibe Talk and Chill video, you should go watch that. Like now. I'm waiting. Okay, so you're back. Hello. Anyways, depression feels very real to the mind because you're just sad for a long time, so we just labeled it depression. These things aren't real. Emotions are real. I mean, you have emotions. Emotions are real. They're just events of emotions, just labeled events of emotions, basically. In my Let's Talk Vibe and Chill video, I was mentioning why most of the reasons why people get depressed or are just so over life is because loss of loved ones and their life is just bad and they're having trouble with money. Money is the power of this world, and that's so crazy to me because it should be happiness, peace, and love. Money is evil. money can make you happy if you're happy with yourself first. How I said in my Let's Talk Vibe and Chill video. Y'all see how I keep mentioning this video? You should still go watch it if you haven't watched it. I'm still waiting. A prime example is that there's other countries other than America. America isn't happy, but there's countries other than America that are the happiest country in the world. For example, Denmark aren't stressing about money at all. Denmark has a high level of equality. They're not worried about no racism. They're not worried about no money problems. They're not worried about that. They also have a strong sense of responsibility and social welfare. Basically, Denmark is a happy country because they're not relying on money. It is a high amount of money that you have to pay to live there, but their colleges are free. Their taxes are good. They're just living good because they're not worried about money. Their main concern is equality, and that's what we need in America, equality. Not everybody being the same, because those two can get mixed up, and I can vouch for that because I got them mixed up. The reason why I say equality and the same aren't the same, because you could have a half glass of water, you could have a half glass of tea. Two of these cups aren't equal. They are an equal amount, but they're not the same. One's tea and one's water. They're not the same. You get what I mean? Y'all don't understand that social media is trying to make everybody the same. They're not trying to make everybody equal. They're trying to segregate us, and they're trying to make us the same. Social media is the #1 brainwasher in this country because it's brainwashing everybody to become alike. People like me that express themselves, has emotions, and share these emotions and try to share their thoughts on the world are being called weird, but I'm not weird. I mean, I may be a little crackhead, but I'm not weird. Compared to society, everything that's getting normalized is really what's weird, and how people aren't realizing that the stuff that's getting normalized is weird. It's really blowing my mind, because why are we so obsessed with social media? That's very weird. It's gonna be to the point where everybody is the same, and people like me are just the outsider. It's like having a pile of white clothes, but then you got that red sock up in there. I'm the red sock, y'all are gonna be the white clothes, because everybody is becoming the same, because there's standards to what's good and what's not. Like, why can't people just live their life how they want to live their life to the fullest? Make the best of your life. Be happy, be content. Don't be stressed about no money or no job. Be happy. Don't be trying to live up to other people's standards. Live your life how you want to live your life. Don't be caring about how these people are judging you. Be like me, okay? Don't be like me. Nobody can be like me. I'm one of a kind, okay? But be yourself, you know? Being special is you embracing what's special about you. Also, with the idea of everybody being the same, they're suppressing cultures. They're suppressing black culture, Indian cultures, Chinese cultures, any cultures is being suppressed. A prime example of it's being suppressed is, go to a YouTube video of a black person playing black music, and then they turn it off because they say, oh, let me turn this off because it's going to get copyrighted. What if they're only copyrighting cultured music, and they're trying to suppress the music so everybody won't remember it? We're losing thought of memory on certain things about our culture because we're also being segregated. I don't know too much about on this topic yet, but I'm about to research more about this, but slowly we are becoming segregated. Another conspiracy theory that I have is about hate speech. I don't think hate speech should be in this world, because what is the First Amendment for? The First Amendment protects everybody's speeches, even the hate speech. And people have a right to express themselves. People have the right to have hate speech. That's the First Amendment, and they're trying to take that away from us. If they're taking away the First Amendment, imagine all the other amendments we have. We're slowly going to become righteousness. I don't know if that's a word, but that made complete sense to me. Basically, all of our rights will be taken away from us slowly. If they enforcing this hate speech, they will enforce something else and something else and something else. My bad, y'all. My phone went to die as soon as I started getting good. Prime example of how they are listening to me. Basically, what I was saying is that racism needs to end, like, now, because it's getting out of control to the point where most people want to defund the police. I had to sit back. A whole bunch of educated people had to sit back on this one, because do y'all know who Adolf Hitler is? If you don't know who that is, go look it up. Have y'all ever heard of the Nazis? Hitler defunded the police and ended up going to the federal police, and he took over Germany. That's what will happen if Black Lives Matter defund the police, it will become a whole Nazi story again. I promise you. We are literally becoming a dystopian story. There's another one of my conspiracy theories. If you don't know what a dystopian story is, it's basically a story that takes place in the future, but everything is all bad, basically dehumanizing it, making it everything unpleasant as possible. Basically giving us a message. So how we're taking social media and becoming the same, not me, but y'all. A dystopian story would be everybody is the same and you can't be different, or there will be modifications to you to be the same as everybody. I remember I watched this one little clip. Whenever ballerinas dance, they had to wear weights if they danced better than the other person. If they were prettier than the next person, they had to wear an ugly mask. And if you were different, you would go to jail. And something was in their ears so they could forget. A sound will go off in their ears, and then they would forget what just happened a minute ago. That's basically a dystopian story. Examples of dystopian stories that you can watch is The Giver. It's on HBO Max. 1984. It's a book. I think it's a movie also. And The 100. There's also a whole bunch of things on Netflix that's a dystopian story. Honestly, if everybody just learned peace and love and happiness, we will be out of this dystopian story. We will be becoming better to live on this simulation. Just make the experience great, because that's all we're doing. We're just experiencing life. We're experiencing. We need this world to become better, like ASAP, before it ends and crashes, because the way that it's looking in the future, it will be 10 times worse from what it is right now. People need to stop worrying about getting more likes than the other person and worry about things why Flint, Michigan don't have water. That is absolutely crazy, because since 2014, Flint, Michigan did not have clean water. There was lead and some poisonous thing in the water, and they don't have clean water. That is sad. Texas doesn't have clean water also. We need to make this world better. We need world peace. We need happiness. We need love. We need to take care of this earth. Nature is beautiful, but they're not realizing that they're cutting down more trees every day to build houses. Soon, we will have to be the Lorax. The trees will be gone, and we will rely on buying air. That's what everything is about to become. Dystopian. I promise you, if we don't take charge now and procrastinate to do it later, it will be too late. You only live this life once. Why not make it the best life and make a change to this world? A small change is still a change. It's a change to a bigger change. I was thinking about this stuff, and this stuff is so crazy. If I don't take charge now, when will be the right time? There's never a right time to make the world better. Things you do every day really affect the world and affect us and affects beings. Spread positivity. You don't know what that person is going through at home. A simple hey with a smile can make a person's day. Oh my gosh, you look so pretty. You're so beautiful. Hi, I like your hair. Hi, I really love your jewelry. Hi, my name is Makira. Would you like to be my friend? That would change a person's perspective on that whole day. That would make that person's day. I get so many compliments throughout every day. That makes my day. It literally drives me to do things more and take more charges into the world and make the world a better place, because honestly, happiness is a beautiful thing. I don't know why people don't want to be happy. I don't know why people are so negative. I'm sorry, I'm getting too emotional. Let me end this video right now. It's hard to process all these things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends, and help me out. What would you like to see next from me? Comment down below. And have a blessed day. Have the day you deserve. Kisses.